What is up, everybody? Are you ready for something crazy? And I mean truly crazy, like off the hinge nuts. Something that you've thought about, other content creators have thought about, but nobody seems to have had the balls to do it yet. So we're going to do it first, and we're going to let everybody else know that you can follow in our tracks. It's okay. You can copy us. Today, we're doing something that nobody else has done so far, and that is an only lands deck. That's right, only lands. You can take a look. Every single one of our cards on the left side has the flip-floppy symbol, which means we're playing a card, or a deck rather, with 60 lands in it. So if we want to flood, we're flooded all day, baby. Anyways, the point of this deck is to show the power of the flip-floppy lands and to show that you have creatures, you have sorceries, you have instances, you have all the elements that you could potentially need in order to run an actual deck from just the flip-floppy lands, right? So diving right in, we have 3 copies of Malakir Rebirth. This is to help keep your creatures alive. You got your Tangled Florahedrons, you got your Kazandus, which are going to be big targets for the opponent, and of course you got your Akum Warriors up at the top end. Spike Field is going to act as some good removal for the opponent's stuff. Vast Wood helps you build up your creatures. What it's really nice on is the Blackblooms, right, which already have the Menace and can already get up to 5/3 points of damage. Add a counter on top of that. Now it's a 6/4 with Menace for 3 mana, plus the 1 mana of Vast Wood. Anyways, it can get up to dealing a lot of awesome damage. Tangled, of course, is going to help you ramp into your top end here. Shatterskull for some additional removal. Blackbloom, the menacing rogue. Obviously, you want to try to get those 8 cards into your opponent's graveyard, but as your only real route to doing that is Palaka, you sort of take what you get. Kazuul's Fury is really nice in combination with the Kazandu Mammoth and as well with the Crawling Barrens, right? You keep building up Crawling Barrens and keep your board sort of defended. Eventually, you will have enough damage on the Barrens to just Kazuul's Fury and fling it into your opponent's face. Same thing with Kazandu, right? You build it up and then you Fury it. Valakut Awakening helps you to cycle away the cards and or lands that you won't need inevitably in your hand, right? Look for some more. Khalni Ambush is some good removal. Kazandu is a great creature. Agadeem's helps you bring back your creatures. You have a little bit of a problem given you have, Kazandu and Blackbloom in 3, which are generally your best creatures, but hopefully you can choose between the 2. 3 copies of Hagra for some solid removal. 2 copies of Zof Consumption. Gain 4 life, deal 4 damage to the opponent. It's a good way to end out the game, right? If your opponent's down to 8 life and you have 2 of these, boom, bam, you're a winner chicken dinner. Akum Warrior, 6 mana for a 4/5 trample. It's not super fantastic, but again, it's a land that can flip-flop, so use it as you please. And then last but not least, we have Turntimber Symbiosis to dive into our deck and grab any of these other lands. Now I know what you're thinking, Chance, why are you playing any of normal lands at all if you have all these flip-floppy lands? Well, there comes a problem if you're playing only tap lands, in the fact that you're only playing tap lands. So we're only running 18 normal lands. Outside of that, we're playing all flippy-floppy. Of those 18, we just want some splits in the color, right? Temple of Malice, a couple pathways. We could play Fabled if we wanted to. I don't think we necessarily need Fabled in this scenario, though. So we chose to go for the Scry lands and the basic lands. Anyways, that's going to do it for the deck tech breakdown. Hope you have enjoyed this dive into an only lands deck. Does it work? Find out in just a minute. Be sure you're watching all the way through because I put all the games in there for a reason. Make sure you're watching game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9 million, whatever it may be, right? Because it's in the video for a reason, and you never know. Maybe that last game is the spiciest, and that's just how it turns out sometimes. Because I try not to reorder the games too much. I try to keep them in chronological order so long as they make sense, right? Anyways, without further ado, thanks everybody. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Help us hit that 10,000 mark. We're only 1,000 subs away. That you could be the one that pushes us over. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Let's see how this all land deck works out. Does it work? Does it not? Who knows? A Shun. We'll keep. I have the Crawling Barrens, and I really like that. I have the Valakut if I want to discard some cards, and I have, Agadeem's for later endeavors, so. Our goal here is to get to 4, start building the Crawling Barrens. Of course, Kazuul's Fury really helps us with the Crawling Barrens. I'll take some more Scry lands, sure. It's not like, putting that to the bottom is going to make it to where we don't draw lands. Are we recording, by the way? We are. Okay. You know, sometimes I like to forget that simple stuff. So let's get down temple. Another temple. I mean, sure. We can always Valakut Awakening and get rid of these Malakirs and whatnot. I wonder. It'll be interesting to see. I wonder if Malakir Rebirth works on our Crawling Barrens to finish that sentence. Alright, my turn. Now next turn is when we're going to start sinking mana into Crawling Barrens. So I feel like this turn we can use Valakut Awakening, get rid of some of these extra cards. So end the turn on that note. We're probably going to get rid of one of the Malakirs, probably the Agadeems, as we haven't seen any creatures yet. We'll keep the Kazuul's Fury. Maybe we'll get rid of the Temple as well. We certainly don't have to worry about not finding our lands, right? Alright, so opponent's playing Esper. Could be a little tricky for us if they're playing Doom Foretold, because obviously we won't have a whole lot of creatures. And it looks very Doomish. Very Foretold-ish, if you're asking me personally. Scrying 2 to the top, you hate to see that. Alright. It doesn't really matter. Hey! Well, let's go! We got a Hagra, we got some other playable creatures besides just our Crawling Barrens, as much as I love Crawling Barrens, don't get me wrong. It's nice to see some other stuff, you know? Nice to see some other playable. So we'll go ahead and go for the Kazandu. And we'll play the tap land, actually. Crawling, don't worry, you will have your time to shine. Shatter. We just got, well, we do have the Kazuul. We'll keep it. Another card that Kazuul works really well with is the Kazandu, actually, so happy to see that one. Oh, what did I tell you? It's fine. Watch this. Could have also flung it. No, we wouldn't have had to sacrifice anything because it would have been gone. Anyways, Blackbloom, come on down. I wonder at what point other people are going to start realizing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like how many turns of me playing nothing but land creatures is it going to take for you to realize I'm playing nothing but lands? We'll see. I'm feeling a little bad about getting rid of the other Malakir now. You know, that's a pretty nifty little play there for the Doom. Cost us 2 life, but it's still worth it. You're gonna take the Blackbloom Rogue? Really? Over the Kazandu action? That's a little crazy to me. So what I think we're gonna do here is... Oh, this is so difficult. Come our turn, I could fling the Kazandu into the Skyclave, get rid of their Skyclave, get a 3/3 back. They will get a 2/2 Knight. I'll have to discard, right? Yeah. And they get to gain 2 life and draw a card. So maybe not. Maybe we just let that happen. Alright. Another Hagra. And get down the Crawling. I think from there we just pass it back to them. So they'll sacrifice the Omen here. Now we may have to end up discarding here. I really want to keep the Fury. I think that might be our ticket to victory here. And we'll find some more red mana for Shatterskull. I'm sure. Sure of it. We're going in with the Skyclave. It's time to take it out. Alright, so we get 3/3. Still not enough to get through the 0/4 wall, but whatever. I guess we're getting rid of Shatterskull. It's the least good. Labyrinth of Skophos, that's decent. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we start building the Barrens. Building the Barrens. Alright, well, at least that's one Doom gone. Opponent could, of course, also be playing Dance of the Mans. That'd be horrific. You gone. You don't destroy Planeswalkers, perchance. No? Oh, man, can hope. Suppose I could have plussed up 2 counters onto the Barrens there. I think we might just be out this one. They have a Yugen, so none of our stuff's really going to stick until we can get that Barrens big enough, right? Oh, God. Alright, we'll go through one more card draw because I want to see what we got. But I gotta say, we've actually held on decently here. Yugen is just, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter what you're playing, right? Could be playing Gruul. You hit a Yugen this late into the game, you're gonna have a tough time. Okay. GG. I can't. Tenki. For some reason that reminds me of Saints Row with Professor Genki. Tenki, Genki. I guess it's not too far of a reach. We'll keep this. We got the Blackbloom, which means we at least have a playable, right? Now, to get to the Blackbloom, we will need some black mana. I guess we can go Castle first, right? We don't have anything we really want to play turn 1. That's the most difficult thing about this deck is really like you see all your playables that are also lands and you gotta at some point determine which is more important, I guess. Let's go and get down some green mana in case we do see a Mammoth. That'd be nice. So opponent's got this Abzan Karuga deck going on. It's interesting for sure. I like the idea of using Lovestruck in a Karuga deck. It really adds to the benefit. Valakut Awakening's okay. We are going to go ahead and get down to Blackbloom. We're going to take a little bit of damage from their Lovestruck here. But... oh god, that hurts. That really hurts. I was going to say, but we can get down Labyrinth of Skophos, and from there we can sort of just keep it out of combat. A little Elspeth's Nightmare action. Tangled Florahedron. So this, I can remove the Lovestruck Beast, but we can't play anything else down. They're going to take a card from our hand. Probably Hagra. I think negating the 5 damage is our best course of action. They should take Hagra here. You think they just realized that we're playing an only land deck? They take the Awakening. Oddly enough. Alright. Oh Pass to attackers. Oh no, we can't. We can't, can we? Because it costs, yeah. Oh boy. That's gonna hurt. Probably has so many comments down below. No chance, Blaze Zof Consumption. You can't use Labyrinth yet anyways. Okay, well, that's Saniv? Let's keep. We got the Blackbloom. We got the Crawling Barrens. Alright. Let's go and get down the castle so we can get Blackbloom down. I'm gonna go ahead and play some tap lands. Arcfiend's Vessel, not too big of a deal. 2 Arcfiend's Vessel. Not fun, but still not too big of a deal. Okay, so we do have the double Malakir, which means we can keep our Blackbloom alive as long as she can live through this turn, which is good. Hateful Eidolon. Ooh, so it's a Lourdes small creatures deck. Alright, so Spike-Filled Hazard, really good for us, takes out an Arcfiend's. I don't think we even need to wait for their turn to do that. We save one for the Malakir, and then we can't play those, so that's fun. Blackbloom, no swing in. Stay on the defensive. We can get some green mana. Maybe play down the Vastwood so we can use Khalni Ambush. Alright, we could use Blackbloom to take out Hateful. If they try to swing in with Mire Triton, I was about to say we can block. Oh, another rogue. But we can't really afford it. I think I want to get this down. Do I play a Malakir for the black mana? Or I just hold strong with what I have? I think I'll hold strong with what I have. We can start adding counters to the Barrens, right? So that's an alternative, right? Ambush can come down next turn. Lourdes, we don't mind too much, right? Infernal Scarring they can't play. Okay. I really don't want them to get that back. I want to fight the Lourdes and get it taken out, but if I do that, my creature's going to be tapped. Of course, we're not that low on health, so of all the places to do it, this might be the one. But I won't have another Malakir up to protect our Blackbloom after that. So let them know that we're thinking. We're not just sitting here doing nothing. Alright, well, whatever. They might have the same thing for the Lourdes, actually. A Malakir. I didn't think about that. Village Rites. Oh, whew. Okay, well that's fine. We get to get rid of their Lourdes, and we don't have to tap our creature. It's a win-win. I don't really want more red mana. I want to play you, and I need to keep you. I mean, I guess we'll play Kazuul's Fury down. Order of Midnight to bring the Lourdes back. Nah, that's why you don't play the Fury down, Chance. What? I guess they're waiting to play Lourdes down for when they can actually play something else alongside it, but it's a little curious. Alright, at some point our other Blackbloom needs to come down. If I swing in here, do you think they might block with the Mire Triton? But then they just play Lourdes and play back whatever, right? So that's not worth it. think I go all in. I think I play all my creatures here. I really need to get rid of that Mire Triton if my Crawling Barrens is gonna get through, actually. Alright. This is a toughie. Siniv? Okay, and still, so they play that on the Order of Midnight then, since it's flying? Yeah, evasive. Makes sense. So now we gotta get rid of the flyer. Akoum Warrior. 6 mana for a 4/5 with trample. I mean, we can also use Labyrinth of Skophos. It takes 5 mana, but it does get rid of their Order of Midnight. Which means in that scenario, we should be able to swing with these two. Still have mana for Malakir to use on one. Akoum, you're gonna hold off. You're gonna be held off on. So there's the Mire Triton. There's the Arcfiends. We will use the Malakir. Going down to 12. Not fantastic, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Malakir. Oh, that's not exciting for us. That means they're gonna have a 5/5 and a 4/2 in the sky on the next turn. We can get rid of one of them, but it's the other that we're having problems with. Alright. Well, we certainly can't allow that to just happen, so. Mire Triton. Mire Triton. They're looking for more buffs, I think. Alright, so we're still taking 4 a turn, which isn't fantastic, but you know, it's better than 9 a turn, for sure. Ambush. Okay. Alright, so if we do this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Might should have just played you down as a land last turn, buddy. Oh boy. Fight them. They're gonna draw a card here. Hey, our other Blackbloom goes up to a 5/3 though. Didn't think about that. I think we actually might lose here, just based off raw damage numbers, right? Because we can't stop their 5/5, and they have 3 damage outside of that. So we're gonna have to hope that our defenses just sort of look scary enough. No, we can't use this either. Alright, SCG, you got me. So only lands, does it work? Not really.